On this channel, we talk about disrupting your usual and making meaningful change. Well, this is about me definitely making some meaningful change, and I've made some really big disruptions in 2022. In today's episode, I'm going to show you a little bit of my resilience and getting through a leaky situation. I don't know about you, but having a pool in the van isn't the most ideal, and well, I was trying to make sure that that was not going to be the case. So that is the water pump that I connected to the back of my garage in the van, and I am really hoping that it is going to hold off with the rain because I feel like it's going to rain and I really want to get this stuff done. It is officially starting to rain, so I'm going to bring everything into the van and hopefully we can get some of this stuff done in the meantime. That went so much easier than I thought it was going to go. Yes. Everything in a van is tight quarters. Now, of course, I am new to this. I had Will at Home Depot really work his wonders with me and help me out trying to figure out how do I jerry rig something like this. And of course, the plumber in him was trying to initially do the proper way of plumbing, which is not a bad thing to do, but when you have literally no space for, I guess it's called the P drain or P pipe, I was like, we have about this much space to work with, and I think we could do something a little bit simpler. You know, my life is all about simplicity lately, so let's try to make it as simple as possible. And then these clamps, I've never seen so many clamps in my life. I have so many clamps for different types of the tubes that I'm going to be using for this and also for the water tank as well. So we'll see how this all rolls. You know, you never know. This may actually be the day that I get this stuff done. I've never spent so much time in the plumbing section of Home Depot. Legit, like hours. And these last like 2-3 days. It's crazy. Okay, so that is done. I probably should actually go get that tool. I need a screwdriver. I'll be back. Okay, screwdriver in place. I tell you, I have bought so many tools in this last month. And I've been using them. So, good call, Jess, good call. And I have a feeling I'll be using them a lot more while I'm on the road. A feeling. Heck, if I'm using them this much now, I am so going to be using them so much when I'm on the road. Sheer strength. My sheer strength is putting this all together. Okay. So I didn't need to worry about having a food grade hose because this is actually just going to be going directly into my gray water tank, which is used water that I'm doing dishes with or rinsing or doing my teeth or whatnot. So I have now connected the hose to all of this plumbing, primitive plumbing that I've done, and now I have a clamp that I just want to make sure that I've got that nice and secured so it does not leak. So this is, and do you see my dilemma already? I think I figured it out. So 2 tanks later, this is now going to be, this was my old water tank that I used for camping all the time. So I'm going to be using this now for collecting the water, the gray water. And I clamped it, got a bit of a hose in there. It's a bit of a jerry rig, but it's going to do. It's going to do, I hope. We'll test that once I actually get the water tank all installed and filled up. We'll be able to test this and the shower as well. What time is it? Okay, it's probably taken me about 2 hours to connect the water tank to and secure it to the van, as well as make sure that the water pressure or the water pump now is connected to the water tank as well. And then you can see here, I have the tube here for the actual water intake, which I've gone through and connected everything. I have everything all done for the water tank as well as the gray water tank in the sink in the van. The only thing I need to still connect is the exhaust, so the water and air exhaust for the water tank. So when you fill the water, the air that's in the tank already has to have somewhere to go. And so there are some holes here, and there's just a valve that I need to get and 2 more clamps. I have the actual tubing to put in place. That I think would actually take relatively easy to do. I just have to go to Home Depot and find the right part. That may take me a while. However, I'm really excited because I am going to actually fill this guy up and test out both the shower and sink and the tank and make sure that it actually holds the water. I don't need to worry about the water exhaust quite yet. I'll just make sure that that hole is at least sealed if I'm traveling before I put the hose in place for the water exhaust. However, who knows, guys, this actually may work. Or I could be creating a swimming pool in the van. Lord only knows.
Hello world, wake me up to another good morning, time to go. Oh, we are all looking for adventure. We are all looking for adventure. We are all looking for adventure.
Next to there is, so I've just purchased, I have a food grade hose so that the least amount of chemicals, I guess, as possible coming through. And I also have a filter. And I also have, I guess it's called a stopcock, where you can easily put that into the tank or the hose going into the tank, and this will shut off or turn the water on for me. So I thought that was, it's a very good investment, especially too because this is a little bit higher, because this does need to be higher than the tank, and the tank is sitting on top of the wheel well. So I got this figured out now, or at least I think I do. Now I need to figure out where I can get some water here where I'm living in the apartment. So Katie, Lord bless her soul, she's been freaking awesome with my summer rental here, and I texted her and I was like, hey, do you mind if I use your hose to fill up my tank? I'll pay you for the water. And she's like, if I have a hose, I know that she's also newer to here too, so I thought that was funny, but I did see a hose, so I'm going to see if I can use that, connect it to my food grade hose, and who knows, I may actually be filling my water tank. Whew, here we go. I think it's working. I can't believe it. I'm filling my tank. So far so good. I'm gonna wait and fill it up until about the level of the water pump, and just make sure that that seal is okay too. I think we're getting close to it. Just do a quick check on that before I fill it up completely. I'm going to do a quick check to make sure that that seal is okay. Okay, I think we're in business. All right, let's continue, shall we? So the one thing that is good with me filling it up the back door is I can actually see the tank, so I'll very easily see where I should be filling it to. Initially I was thinking of putting it on the outside of the van, just like you would for filling up your fuel, which I wouldn't necessarily be able to see the tank to know how and when to stop it. And I do understand that there is technology that you can put in this tank similar to what you have in a gas tank to let you know when it is full or getting close to being full, but I don't have that yet, or right now. And it's okay. I am just so ecstatic that I'm filling a water tank. And of course, the next step is to test out the shower and the sink after. If I be really honest with you, I've always been pretty handy with my hands, but you know, being married, my husband has been like my ex-husband is super handy. Brad, you know, worked in trades forever. And so I never had to worry and do anything. I would just have him take care of everything. And so doing a lot of this stuff right now is a big deal for me. And it feels good, but I'm always second guessing and questioning myself. And so it feels good as a woman right now to say that I've done this. I've been able to hopefully make this work. It took a lot of backstepping and getting close to my exhaust loop, so I'm probably going to stop now. All right, I will see you guys shortly as I'm going to go and test all of this water. But first, I'm going to shut off this water here to make sure everything's good. Being new to van life means that everything is going to be a crawl. And when you learn how to walk, that you're going to stumble with some of your steps too. I actually think that there are some water valves that I need to flip. And I think I do also need to put the water pressure on. So this is actually probably going to be a bit of a dual figuring out, but also we'll see if the drainage of the gray water tank, which is something that I did, is working. So first off, let's just check. Nothing. Okay, here's the pump. Nothing so far. I'm just going to do a quick check to see if the actual valves are turned in off mode. I'll be right back. Okay, all right, so it does look like the water's starting to come through the pump, but it just hasn't made it here, and I did check and I switched over one of the valves, so we'll see if this works for us now. Okay, you ready? I'm hearing the shower. So I've got the shower head, just in case it does decide to come this way. I'm just going to point this outside of the van, just in case. Because you guys did see my post earlier that my fridge is too big to go in the actual cabinet. So it's actually sitting where the shower should be right now, but okay, let's try this again. Okay, I don't hear anything there. Okay, I just tried the shower and it's not working. I think there's a valve back here too. Hold on. Did you hear that? I heard it. Okay. And I have water coming in on the floor, not through here. So something is wrong.
Hello world, wake me up to another good morning, time to go.
Okay, so water is connected.
Got that smile upon my face, 'cause there's excitement.
I'm gonna have to check the piping under the sink. That's not a me thing that has happened.
Yeah, I'm going for the ride.
It's a thing that's gonna fix.
I am alive, and I saw.
I've got all of that done. Now it's just
Still I
about
run
working through
towards the wind and let the
this.
challenge draw me in. 'Cause I want
For the sink, there is a particular tube that has absolutely no connectors to it when it comes to, and the water's just seeping through. So I have to figure that out. Don't quite know the solution to that one yet. However, I did find the switch for the shower, and I put on a new shower head that was friendly to Vanlife, where you have a stop button so that you can soap up and not waste your water. Anyways, when I do this, let's see if it works for you now. And so far, when I checked everything else out with the shower and the hosing in the back, there is no problems with the shower. So I may not have a sink, but I have a shower. I'll figure out the sink, but we've got this going, so this is just a start. It's a good thing, and I'm pretty sure I could take this to a really intense nozzle I can do stuff with if I need it. Anyways, van life. As a single woman, learning how to do this And it's just the tiny things that is empowering me to actually do some of these things on my own. And they're not as hard as I thought they were gonna be. If you think you'd like to follow along and, you know, see me with my forward steps and back steps and tripping along van life and my nomadic lifestyle, I would encourage you to follow me and subscribe. Hit the bell, I'll notify you when I got something new to let you know about. And I'd love for you to comment and let me know, what are some of your dreams that you're working towards? I am so much more capable than I've given myself credit for. And so